We dealt with perimeter, which is the distance around an object, or on the outside of an object. Now we're going to talk about the area. Area is the number of square units needed to cover a surface. So visually, if you want, you can think about the fact that you could split this all up into squares. If I just drew lines up and down and then across, I can also make it like a checkerboard. And I'm counting, okay, how many squares do I make when I'm measuring in inches or meters or whatever the unit is. So the formula for the area of a rectangle is length times width. Area of a square is side times side, or side squared. For a triangle, it's half times base times height. And you don't have to write that dot, but I did. For a circle, it's pi times r squared. So if you remember, with circumference, we had two versions of the formula, one with the radius, one with the diameter. But they only provide one type of formula for area, and for that one you have to have the radius. Now for a parallelogram, the area is the base, it's all the distance across here, from this point to this point, times the height. Sorry, that is an h. So base times height. So again, pause if you need to write those down, and we'll do some practice. Okay, find the area of each figure. This is a square because all four sides are equal. So we can do side squared. So we do 11 squared. So we get 121 square inches. So what's important to remember is that anytime you're doing area, you square the units. You don't square the number. Don't write 121 squared. That doesn't make sense. That's not correct. But 121 square inches. So the units get squared. On 6, we have a rectangle. So the area is the length times the width. So we do 12 times 5 is 60. That'd be square centimeters. Okay, number 3, we're doing with a triangle, which is half times the base times the height. So we do half times 10 times 7. So half of 10 is 5. 5 times 7 is 35, so we get 35 square meters. Okay, now number 9, you need to pay close attention. This is a parallelogram, so you do base times height. Now the base, I hope it's clear, is the 12. The height, though, some people are tempted to put the 11 in there, but 11 is not the height. The 11 is the side, what the length of this side is. Now the vertical up and down length is the height. So it's 9 meters. That's our height. So we plug in 9 for the height. And 12 times 9 is 108 square meters. Okay, number 5, we have the area of a circle. And thankfully they did give us the radius. So we use the formula A equals pi times r squared. So pi times 3 squared. So an acceptable answer would be 3 squared is 9. You just write 9 pi square meters. But you can obviously also plug this in the calculator and do 9 times pi and get 28.26 square meters. So I would accept this answer or this answer. Okay, these last two are a little bit tricky, so please follow along with me. This is two shapes put together. So we have a rectangle, which is right here, and a triangle, which is right here. And we're going to find their area individually and then add them together to get the area of the whole shape. Okay, so we know that length and width for this rectangle is 5.7 and 4.2. So the area for the rectangle is 5.7 times 4.2. Okay, that's multiply those together, it's 23.94. Okay, now for the triangle though, right here, gotta be a little careful, make sure we get the measurements we need. The formula is half times the base times the height. Well, we don't exactly have the base. We know from here to here is 8.8 centimeters. But we also know from here to here is 5.7. So this part, the base of the triangle, makes up the difference. So if you do 8.8 minus 5.7, you'll find the base is 3.1 centimeters. And the height, this right here, is identical to this height over here, so it's 4.2 centimeters. So for the area of the triangle, we'll do half times the base, which is 3.1, times the height, which is 4.2. So let's plug that in our calculator and see what we get for the area of the triangle, and then we'll add the two together. Oops, sorry, I lost it. There we go. So you can just type in 1 divided by 2, hit enter, that's 1/2, times 3.1 times 4.2. So the triangle has an area of 6.51 square centimeters. And we can add that to the rectangle, which is 23.94, and get a total of 30.45 square centimeters. Okay, for our last one, we have another rectangle right here. Then we have a semicircle, a half circle. So if we know this is 6 meters, we know this is also 6 meters. So the area of the rectangle, we do length times width, which is 6 times 10 or 10 times 6, doesn't matter what you say. So we get 60 square meters for the rectangle. Now for the area of a circle, we have to do half times the base. No, sorry. That's triangle. Since it's a semicircle, we will have to do half, but the area for a circle is pi r squared. Please forgive my confusion there. Okay, but if you notice this time, they gave us the diameter. 6 meters is the diameter. We need to find half that distance to get the radius. So it's 3 meters on either side. So we get 1/2 times pi times 3 squared. So 1/2 times pi times 3 squared is 9. So we get 14.13. So the area of the rectangle is 60 square meters. There, the semicircle is 14.13. We add those together and we get 74.13 square meters.